Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus, and you're now listening to Marcus Speaks. Um, Today's episode, as you can see, as what the title says, I'm going to be talking about my story that I went through when I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school. Just doing 18-year-old things. I'm gonna get right into the story. I got a couple bullet points that I wrote down to try to structure the story or whatever the right way so I can get it out. Because when I tell it, it's usually like here and there, and like I usually say one thing about it and then forget something else. So I try to jot down some bullet points that I came up with to structure the story, to get the story in chronological order. So this is the story. So like I said, I was 18 years old. I'm fresh out of high school. I had started a job that's here. It was a manufacturing job. I was probably, I don't know, like 6 to 7 months in on the job. I'm gaining my footing at the job, so I'm rather comfortable. So I started to think, maybe it's about the time that I start dating again. I haven't dated since I graduated high school, so let me start dating again. Let me find a girl, So at the time, since I'm 30 years old now, so I was 18 then. So 12 years ago, it was 2007 or whatever. I had graduated in 2006. So in 2007, MySpace was still popular. It was on its decline, but it was still popular. So I received a friend request one day, and I accepted it. So I start talking to the young lady. I think at the time, or with MySpace in general, it showed their age. I think it showed like your tag name, like your username, and I think your date of birth, and then underneath your date of birth, it was your age, and then I think the city you was in. I can't really remember. It's been so long since MySpace was active. So I see the girl, and she's cute. It was a Puerto Rican girl. I can't remember her name. I think it was like Maya the Luscious or some shit. That was the girl's name, Maya. On MySpace, it was Maya. So I hit her up. Hello, how are you? And all that shit. And she was very forthgoing. She was like, "Hey, how are you? Like, I thought you were cute. I looked at your pictures. I thought, you're a nice looking guy. So what's up? Like, let's chill. Let's talk." I'm like, "All right, cool." She was like, "Let me get your phone number." So I give her my phone number. She gives me hers, and we started talking that night. And it was a good conversation. It was just, normal shit when you get to know somebody. I asked her, I see that you're 21, I'm 18, so I can't go out and drink or anything. I can go to clubs and stuff, but I can't get into bars or drink at the bar or whatever. So I was like, it's kind of no fun for me right now. She was like, "No, that's fine. I don't really go out and drink. If I do drink, it's in the house." So I was like, "Okay, cool. So, we can chill." I was like, "So what's up? Like, what do you do?" She was like, "Oh, I work at a hospital." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." So first day goes by. So second day comes. I talk to her again. You know, I get up for work, get ready, text her on my way to work because I was walking at the time. I wasn't driving a car yet. So I'm texting her on my way or whatever, and see what's up with her. And you know, she like I said, she was cool. She didn't give the signs of what I see on the show of people, you know, trying to date these people, but then they get down into a downward spiral of not meeting them. But I was that person that was going down that downward spiral a little bit because, even though it was the second day, like I was still like, hey, we should chill, whatever. Do you have a car? I don't have a car, so you can come to my house and we can chill outside and talk, whatever. Because it was the summertime, so like we can sit outside and chill. So so I'm talking to her that day, and she was like, I asked some people if they know who you were, and my little cousin said that she went to school with you. I was like, who's your little cousin? She was like, do you know like a big Puerto Rican girl? I'm like, nah. I was like, I didn't know. I said the only Puerto Rican people I know is the people that I hang out with, like my best friends. Like they're Puerto Rican or whatever. Those are the only people that are Puerto Rican that I actually hang with. So she was like, oh well, she said she knows you, and she said that you're really attractive, and she's happy for me or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So talked to her later on that night. Just simple stuff like what does she like, what is she into, what does she like to do for fun, just simple shit, so I can plan a date ahead of time, and then try to make it worth their while or whatever. So so a week goes past, and I'm trying to get her to come see me or come pick me up so we can hang out, so we can go out on a date or just hang out, go see a movie, go to dinner or something, or just chill out, have a ride or something. So I talked to her, and she's like, yeah, so do you want to chill anytime soon? I'm like, yeah, I've been trying to chill with you all last week. Like, are you free this week? She was like, yeah, I'm free, but my work schedule's kind of hectic, so I really don't have much free time because I work 6 days a week, and it's off and on. Like, I could be either on first shift or on second shift, so it varies most days. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, anytime on the weekend, because I work Fridays. I was like, I get off at 10:30. I was like, anytime that you're off on a Friday, and because my work schedule was set like every week, Monday through Friday. It was 2:30 to 10:30. Until it changed, like probably like a couple months later, so from Monday to Friday I was on second shift. I worked a 2:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. work schedule, Monday through Friday. So I told her, anytime you're off on a Friday and let's say that you have to be in at work on second shift that Saturday, like, let's hang out or whatever. Like, I don't want to deter you if you're off on a Friday, if you and you gotta go in late night. I mean early morning the next day. So So if you're off on Friday, hit me up. I'll plan something real fast with you, and then we'll do it after I get off. But, we all know most places, the movies is almost closing, certain restaurants is closing, so there's not much that we could do. So I also said, well, anytime that you're off on a Saturday, let's plan for that too. So, anytime that you're off on the weekends, let's plan for it, because my schedule is set, so it's not like I can say, well, let's do something on Monday or something like that. So she was like, all right, cool, I'm fine with that. So we talked some more or whatever, and shit started getting good. Within like a 2 to 3 week time period, we started calling each other pet names and shit like that. She would call me, she was like, hey babe, what's up, what's going on, like, are you at work, or are you on lunch? I'm like, yeah, I'm on lunch, I'm sitting here eating or whatever. So I was like, hey, are you off today? It was like a Wednesday. She was like, yeah, I'm off. I said, hey, you should come and see me. Well, I think it was like that Tuesday. I asked her, I said, hey, are you going to be off tomorrow? And she was like, yeah, I'll be off tomorrow. I said, well, since you drive, you should drive to my job. Like, you should come see me. I'll meet you outside. Bring something to eat, or I can bring myself something to eat. I can heat it up, and then I can come outside, and we can either sit at the picnic tables outside, or we can sit in your car while I eat. Like, it's no biggie. Like, let's try to see each other face to face so we can talk face to face. Because after a while, I hate talking on the phone with somebody that I'm talking to. Like, I want to see your face, see your reactions, see how you react to things when I say stuff. Like, I want to see all that. I want to see all the nuances of who you are, so I can gather up, like, okay, this is who this person is. So she's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I can do that. So that next day at work, I had got geared up. Like, I had put on like a shirt that I would wear on the weekend to go out to like the club in Philly or something like that, or somewhere down DC, some nice pants or whatever. And I carried 2 pairs of shoes with me. Like, I used to do this in high school, well, middle school and high school, when because I used to walk to school also. So I would wear the walking shoes, which they would be all beat up and ugly looking, and depending on if it was either sunny or raining or whatever, I would have a bag. I'll have my shoes either in like a bag or whatever. So I had my shoes tied. It was a sunny day, so I had my shoes tied around my neck, and I was walking to work. It was probably like 87 degrees that day with humidity, because I live in Maryland. It's a very humid state. So I'm walking to work. I'm sweating a little bit, but I had a book bag, like a string book bag with like deodorant and shit in there, so I can smell nice when she got there. And I planned for the day as if I was gonna see her or whatever. So like I'm bragging at work, like, yeah, the girl I'm talking to, she's about to come see me today or whatever. And I was like, y'all probably gonna see her too, because I'm gonna have her get out the car. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. So damn, I did it again. All right, so her picture's on MySpace, right? It was a point in time where like a girl could take one of her pictures and add like a glitter background to her picture. Like it could like it was like one of those flashing type of like glitterized like digital picture backgrounds or whatever. And I guess you could like Photoshop, like cut yourself out or whatever, and then copy and paste yourself onto the background or whatever, and then that'd be your picture. Like, so she had a whole bunch of those pictures on her MySpace page. So the first strike that I saw that I didn't really comprehend until later on was she only had like 9 pictures of herself just like that. So yeah, it was no background, no nothing. I think it was probably like 1 or 2 pictures that didn't have that background where it was just like a white wall behind her. But the pictures looked like her. Like, it looked like she was a real person. Like, they didn't look like she was a model or anything. Although she looked like a model, but she didn't look like she was a model or whatever. Because like the Instagram models and all this other crazy shit like wasn't out then. To take ourselves off the story real fast, I had a high school girlfriend that used Photoshop a lot, so I got to see what Photoshop like could do, because she was like she was good as fuck with Photoshop. Like, she could airbrush her face, make herself look like a flawless fucking female. She could enlarge her breast and give herself like an hourglass shape or whatever. Like, this, like, shorty was good. But when I looked at her pictures, since I already had a recollection of what Photoshop looked like, when I looked at her pictures, they looked nothing like it. So I was like, okay, shorty's a real person. So I told her my lunchtime, and I'm waiting around, but I heated my food up, and I ate, and I told her, look, well, I only got a 30-minute break, but I used to take both of my 15s and my 30 together, so I'll have an hour-long break. So I told her, look, I only have an hour, so get here by 7, like, be here at 7, so I can just I'm gonna run out my room real fast, heat my food up, and I'm gonna grab my food when it gets done, and I'm gonna put my street shoes on, because the job I had, we had work shoes and we had street shoes, so I would run out and get my street shoes on. Excuse me. And so I'm sitting out there eating my food, and there's no car or whatever, so I call her. I'm like, hey, like, are you on your way? Like, it's 7:10. Like, are you on your way? So she was like, no, I won't be able to make it tonight. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I should have texted you beforehand, but I'm sorry. I can't make it. Like, something came up. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back inside. I eat my food. I'm looking all pitiful in the face because she just stood me up. And I go back to work. I talk to her later on that night. We talk about what happened, and she was like, I got you next time, like, don't worry, like, we'll meet. So this is probably around like the 2.5 week mark or whatever. So like, we're talking on the phone one night, and she starts getting like sexual or whatever. She was like, hey, what's going on, babe? Like, talk dirty to me. I'm like, what? I was like, like, what you want me to say? She was like, just start talking dirty to me. Like, I got my fingers in me, and I'm just going at it right now. I'm like, all right. So I just start saying some nasty shit to her or whatever. So she was like, you know what really turns me on? I'm like, what turns you on, girl? You fucking tell me. She was like, chocolate. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She was like, nah, for real, chocolate turns me on. Say chocolate to me. I'm like, all right, chocolate. She was like, nah, say it sexier than that. Say chocolate to me, baby. Just say it. I'm like, chocolate. She was like, oh shit, yeah. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was so disturbed with that, what was going on, And mind you, I was kind of down with it, so but I was disturbed at the same time. So this shit went on for like 2 days, like the day of, and then like the next day. So like the shit fucking like freaked me the fuck out. So I go back to work. I'm telling people at work what happened the night before or whatever. I was a little chattermouth back then. I was a chatty patty, as Dame Dash says. So everybody was like, yo, so you haven't met the girl yet? I'm like, nah, I haven't met her yet. Like, she keeps ghosting me. So finally I had enough. Like, probably like a full, like 3 weeks go past. I had enough. I haven't seen her. Every weekend I'm doing the same shit with my homeboys. And I tell her every weekend where I was going. It was me and my boys used to go to the University of Delaware campus. Like, we would just walk around Main Street. That was one thing we would do for fun, like when we was in high school, and then when we hit 18 and 19 and 20. Or we would go to Philly, or we'll go to DC or Baltimore, and go to clubs, or we'll just do like regular shit like movies, and go like fucking I think skating we would do, but I don't think we skated like that when we got older. But so I would tell her every weekend where me and my boys were gonna be, so she could come. And I told her, bring some friends. Like, I know you got some cousins that live around you. Bring some cousins with you and some friends. I have probably like 6 of my homeboys with me. Just bring one for each dude, and that'll be that. So every weekend she would stand me up if I asked her to come see me at work. She'll stand me up. So I had told her, I said, look, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to talk to you because I haven't seen you. I don't know if you really look like these pictures that I see. I'm kind of fed the fuck up that I haven't saw you. So if I don't get to see you tomorrow, which it was a Friday, and okay, I lied. I'm sorry. My schedule was different. Actually, my schedule was 2:30 to 12:30 then, or like 3:30 to like 1:45 or some shit like that, or something like that. 3:15 to 1:45 or some shit like that. So I worked at a 4-day a week, 10 hours. I would work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. So my schedule was pretty set. So yeah, so like when Fridays would roll around, I would tell her, I would be free and shit. That's why I keep getting like confused about like my work schedule, because I was only there for 6 months or whatever. So I was there longer, but when me and her met, it was a 6-month period or whatever. So I had told her, yeah, so tomorrow I'm off, and what hospital do you work at? She was like, I work here in your town. Like, I live around here too. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, so you're like 5 minutes away from my house. I could just walk to you. We can have lunch on your lunch break. I was like, what time do you usually go in? Like, what day is it that you're on first shift? Or are you on first shift tomorrow? He said, actually, I am. I said, all right, cool. So, what time do you get off? She was like, well, I work 9 hours. I'll go in at 7:30, so I'll be off around about like 2:30, 3 o'clock or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll come down there around 3:30 when you get off. I was like, is that cool? She was like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess so. I was like, okay, cool. I'll come see you tomorrow when you get off. Meet me at the cafe, and we can get like, you know, something to eat or whatever. I was like, just we can have some hospital food when we first meet. So I call my homeboy up. I tell him about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm finally about to meet Shorty. And guess what? She works right down there at the hospital. He was like, no shit. I was like, yeah. He was like, well, maybe my mom knows her. I was like, you know what? I said, asked her. So he gets his mom on the phone, tells his mom to pick up the phone. This is when niggas had house phones in their house. So his mom picked up the other line in the house. So I was like, hey, do you know a girl named Maya? And she was like, what's the last name? I was like, Perez. She was like, it don't sound familiar. I said, where she work at? I was like, I don't really know. I didn't really ask. She just said that she worked at the hospital. So she was like, I can check on it. I was like, nah, because I'm gonna be down there tomorrow to meet her. So, you know what I mean? I was like, if you could, I'm getting down there at 3:30. What time are you leaving? She was like, I'm usually out of there about 1 because I get there at 5. I was like, all right, fuck it. I was like, never mind. I was like, so I go to sleep. I wake up probably around about like 9 o'clock. So I'm just doing my normal off day shit. I would sit back, watch some TV, play some video games. Call my brother up to see if he wanted to hang out later on that day. And then finally when like 1 o'clock hit, I started getting ready so I could just chill out before I left. So I get ready in like 25 minutes. So I sit back and chill. I'm counting the minutes at this time, really counting the seconds. All right, I'm finally get to meet her. And my fucking heart's racing and shit. So finally start walking down there around about like 2:50 or whatever. Well, not 2:50. It was like 3:20. I started walking down there. So I'm all like, I was hype as fuck walking down there. So like, it's a barbershop around my neighborhood. So like, I'm walking past there, and my barber was standing outside. He was like, yo, where you going? I was like, oh, I'm going down to the hospital. I was like, I'm about to meet this girl that I'm talking to. He said, word? He said, what she look like? So I went on to MySpace on my phone. It was back in those days. It was what phone did I have? I had the AT&T Blackjack, and this is when like PDAs were the shit. Like those was kind of like the first smartphones a little bit. So I whip out my phone. I show him what she looked like. He was like, damn, she bad. He was like, you better go down there and get her, dog. I was like, all right, keep going. See some more people I know, and you know, I'm in a way, if you could picture like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, like walking into the club when the Bee Gees is on, like kind of that's how my bop was or whatever, like walking down there. So I get into the hospital. So like, the hospital isn't that big for the town that I live in, but if I can paint a picture a little bit. So it's like an underpass a little bit where like cars can come in and out. And then it's like the double doors, like the double sliding doors. There's one set for the outside, you walk in, and then it's another set, you walk in those. And then when you walk in, it's like the lobby with the reception desk and like a TV that sits in back of that shows like stuff that's going on and whatever. If you go to the right, it's some more sitting areas for the lobby, and then like you turn a corner, it's like blood work and shit. So if you go to the left, it's like a hallway that has the gift shop, the cafe, and elevators to get to like the upper floors and all that. So like the basement and like the upper floors. So the first part of it on the left is the gift shop. So the next part of the hallway is the cafe, and outside of the cafe they got like tall tables with stools or whatever. It's like 4 of them or whatever. Then it's the door digging into the cafe or whatever. So when I get to the point to where I'm passing the gift shop to get to the cafe, I'm looking into the cafe, and the only people I can see in there are the workers. So I'm like, fuck, like, what she do, stand me up or she ain't down there? So I check my phone. It says 3:25. I said, well, I'm early. I was like, let me just chill out. So I'm about to walk into the cafe to grab something to drink, like a fountain soda or something. But before I step into the cafe, I hear a little small voice go, Marcus? I was like, what? So I look over, and it's this, and I'm not body shaming anybody, so just bear with me. I see this big, like this overweight girl in the corner. She looks of Puerto Rican descent. She has long hair, like long brown hair. And I'm not facially shaming and whatever the fuck that would be, like cute shaming or anything. She wasn't all that attractive, and I walk over to her and I'm like, yeah, I'm Marcus, what's up? I was like, are you a friend of Maya? She was like, that's kind of what I called you over for. I'm like, what's up? Like, is she coming down? Like, is she coming down anytime soon? She was like, that's just the thing. And she just sits there, rattling and moving like her, like it was like something, like a ball or something in her hand. I think it was like a ball of like napkins or something. She's just like fidgeting that and like looking down the whole time. She was like, Maya didn't make it home last night. I was like, what? I was like, how'd you know? She was like, because I'm real close friends with her and whatever, and whatever. She was like, she didn't make it home last night, and she was in a bad car accident last night and she died. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, and mind you, I didn't talk to her all that day, so like, but I'm a good person to sense bullshit. So like, I'm sitting there with like the what face, but in the back of my head I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, so but as gullible as I am, I believe that this person was real the whole time. But let me go on with the story, because you probably got the gist of the story now. So the girl's like, yeah, she didn't make it home last night. She died in a bad car accident. So I'm like, so why is it that like I haven't seen nothing, like where did it happen? Like, did it happen in around here, or did it happen in Delaware? She was like, it happened in Delaware when she was coming back from a party or whatever. I'm like, oh shit. I said, but I talked to her last night though. I talked to her around about like 12:30, like 1 o'clock or whatever. She was like, well, it happened like around like 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is when I knew that she was bullshitting. So I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Who are you? Like, are you Maya? Like, who are you? She was like, so she starts crying, whatever. And she starts, fucking sobbing and shit. So, she's like, you know what? I made it all up. I'm Maya, but I'm not Maya. I was like, so who are you? She was like, Maya's not real. My name's Victoria. I made it all up. I didn't think that you would like me because of how I look and how big I am and everything. And she just keeps crying. So, when you're in like a restaurant or something, or like, or at work or something, and they got like the napkin dispenser or whatever. So it was a napkin dispenser on the table, like box form. Kind of looks like a box of tissues. So I pulled 2 out. I hand them to her. So she takes them. She wipes her tears and everything. I'm like, so like, you made all this up? Like, you just made the whole thing up? She was like, yeah, I made it all up. It's a lie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you and all this. So I'm like, yo, this shit's too fucking much for a Friday, yo. Like, this is some bullshit. So I get off the stool. I start walking away. I start walking out the building. So, okay, so to backtrack a little bit, I had called my homeboy. So I had called my homeboy up before I had went down there. The same guy that I talked to the night before. So I'm like, because I was supposed to go into work that day to help his team out. So I told him, I said, hey, when you go in, tell Ryan that I'm gonna come in for some overtime or whatever. So just let him know I'll be in around about like 4:15 or so, like 5 o'clock. So he was like, all right, cool. Like, I'll let him know. He was like, yo, hit me up when you, after you meet Shorty. Like, when you walking up here, just call in the room, tell me, hand me the phone or whatever, and tell me what's up. I was like, all right, cool, I'll let you know. So, as I'm walking out the building, I call him. I asked for him, is Darian there? You know, Darian in. So, they was like, yeah, let me hand him the phone. So he was like, hello. I was like, yo. He was like, yo, what's up? Yo. So what's up? I'm like, nah, nigga. He was like, what? She was ugly? I'm like, yeah, nigga. He was like, yo, what the fuck? He was like, yo, all right, so are you coming in? Like you gonna tell me the details? I said, nigga, no, I'm going home and I'm going to bed. Like, I've had too much today. Like, I can't take this shit. Like, I'm going to bed. I said, you come to my house when you get off. I was like, I'll probably be up. I was like, by that time. So I walk home or whatever, and my mom's looking at me like, the fuck? I thought she was going to work. I was like, nah. I said, fuck it, I'm staying home. So she was like, all right then. So I go to my room. I turn off every fucking light. Close the drapes. You know, all dramatic and shit. But I wasn't upset. I was pissed off to the fact that I let somebody talk to me for 4 weeks and me not know what the fuck, who she was or what she really looked like or whatever, and you know, really getting my hopes up that this person that was 21, I'm 18, she really wants to talk to me. Said, seems like she likes me, whatever, wanted to talk to me. So I just fell asleep because I was so upset. I was like, I can't fucking deal with this no more. So I'll finally wake up. Like clockwork, it's like 10:37. My homeboy's knocking at the door. My mom lets him in. He comes down to my room and we talking. He it's like, so what's up? Like what up? Like tell me what happened. So I'll give him the whole rundown. And he's like, yo, nigga, you need to get out. We need to roll to like Delaware or something, just walk around so you can talk to some girls. He was like, I'll run back to my house so we can get the bottle and we can drink a little bit before we go there. I'm like, all right, cool. So he gets his E&J bottle. We take like 3 shots each of it, then we drive to fucking Newark, Delaware. So the moral of this story is, like, I spent probably like 3 days of watching Catfish stories online, and that's what reminded me of this story or whatever. So like, I can't really like fathom how like people who do the show don't pick up on these signs after this show's been out for quite a while, probably like 6-7 years now. So the show's not new. So it's kind of baffling how these people people are still getting catfished out there. And the catfish story I had is 12 years old, so this is way before the show was even out. So yeah, it's fucking weird, it's fucking strange. So that concludes today's story and today's episode. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, to be honest, this has been probably the most personal story I've ever told, or whatever, of me being catfish. It's surreal in a way, because I was catfished in my life, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have been catfished also. But it's strange to think that, hey, someone that may have a catfish story. So yeah, so like I said, that concludes today's episode. I'm your host, as always, Marcus, and this is Marcus Speaks. Thank you.